Hi guys, my name's Debbie if you don't know me. Today's video is going to be the next in my palette and a pigment series. If you've not caught the last one, because this is the second in the series, I'll link that up in the cards for you. And if you don't know what I mean by palette and a pigment, what I'm going to be doing is taking an older palette that I perhaps don't use so much in my collection anymore and trying to bring it back to life a little bit by adding a pigment to the look and seeing if I can spice things up a little bit. So the palette I'm going to do it with today is this one, the Urban Decay Born to Run, which I bought last summer thinking it would be the perfect palette to take on holiday, and I just really didn't love it as much as I expected. So I'm just wondering if I can add a bit of added pizzazz to it, whether I might enjoy it a bit more. So this is the colour story that we're working with. If you are not familiar with the palette, but I'm sure that you all are, this was a really big release last year for Urban Decay and it's still available as far as I know. So I'm thinking what I'd like to do is to do something with the more bluey greeny shades. So this corner here, I don't think that shade Radio I've not used hardly at all, I think maybe once, and I'd like to do something with some of the more oranges as well with that. And I'm thinking maybe a halo eye. So that's kind of the plan, and what I've got to do it with is this pigment here from MAC. This one's called Copper Sparkle. It's really pretty. I bought this pigment it's probably 2 years ago actually. I've never used it, isn't that terrible? So I bought it and I just didn't know how to use it at that time. I had no idea how to apply pigments. I tried to do it without any glitter glue or anything. It was a disaster and it ruined my makeup look that I'd put on that day, and I decided I wasn't going to use pigments after that. And it's taken me all this time to kind of get back into them again, and I'm starting to really enjoy them, but they are fiddly to work with, I'm not going to lie, but they can make a look really pretty. So that's what I want to do today. I want to see what look I can create and take you along on the journey of that, and hopefully inspire you perhaps to pick this palette up again if you've got it, or maybe if you've got pigments like this one, a similar colour, you don't need the MAC one. There's lots of other brands that do pigments, so if you've got a similar coloured pigment and you want to play along, then please do so. I'll try to explain what I'm doing as I go. But I've done my face already, because that's kind of the boring part of makeup for me, so I've gotten that out of the way. And I've also primed my eyes with a MAC Painterly paint pot, as I generally always do. I've not set it, and I'm just going to go straight in with the shadows. So what I want to do is lay down a bit of a basis for my halo eye. So I think I'm going to go in with that shade Accelerate, which seems quite a darkish one to start with, but I want this to be quite dramatic. I'm going to start on the inner and outer corners first and then blend across. So I want to kind of put down the deepest colour first. Now that shade Accelerate, that one has got some shimmer in it, but with Urban Decay shimmers, they are quite multi-purpose. They're quite a thin shimmer and there's not too much fallout from them, so I found that I can use them as if you would use a matte really. So that's kind of what I'm going to do. And looking at the pan for this one, don't think I've touched that one either. I took this on holiday, as I say, and I tend to do probably 2 or 3 makeup looks at the beginning of a holiday, and then that's kind of it, because I decide not to wear any for the rest of the time, which is probably a good thing. It's nice to have a break from makeup now and again. But I'm going to take this quite high. That is really quite pretty. Don't know why I haven't used that shade before. I'm also going to take that on the inner corner as well. I'm not going to connect the top just yet. I'm going to see how it looks if I don't do that. I might not do that because I normally do go right across here and then I sort of cut off the look a little bit, and because I've got folds of skin there, I'd like to say they're hooded eyes, but really it's just that they're getting older. So I have to be careful that you can still see everything when I've laid the colour down. Okay, so that's what we've got so far. Just going to do the same to the other eye. I've not even sprayed the brush with this, so it's going on really nice. This ever happened to you guys that you put a palette away, you're just like, didn't really get on with that one, and then you bring it back out and you're like, actually I'm quite enjoying this. And then for the middle of my eye, I want to go in with that shade Radio. If you're curious about the brush I'm using, by the way, it's the Firm Shader E57 from Sigma. And I like this one because it's a packing brush, but it picks up enough product. It's not too dense. It still will allow me to blend out a tad as I go. I'm going to take that either side where I'd laid down that coppery shade. It's looking a little bit crazy right now, but hopefully it will come together. I've got the cream colour brush by Sigma, and this one's got a bit more of a denser, flatter bristle, gives me a bit more control. I'm going to use this one to put on my glitter glue. It's literally going on like tin foil on my eyes. I'll scoot you in when I've finished and show you. I've just switched to a lot more delicate brush with a smaller tip to it. Okay, I want a bit more contrast with that blue, so what I'm going to do is use that shade instead. And then just where these blue shades meet the shade that I laid down initially, I'm just going to just gently tap there just to give a little bit of a blend, but not too much. Alright, then to blend that out, I'm going to use that shade, which is Barger. And then to further blend that out, I'm going to go in with the shade Still Shot, the corally shade there. Lower lash line, I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay 24/7 liner pencil in Torch. I've taken that below my waterline as well because I want to use that as a base to put some more of that pigment underneath. And then I'm just going to take the tiniest bit of that shade Still Shot underneath. So that's the eye look right now. I'm just going to hop off camera to do some liner and mascara and I'll be right back. So here's the finished look, guys. The lipstick I'm wearing is an Urban Decay lipstick. It's part of the Beach collection from last year, so that came in this packaging. It's one of their metalised ones and it's in the shade Heat Wave. And I really don't mind a metalised lip, I quite like it, particularly in the summer. So just thought it'd be a bit of fun because it matches the copper from the eyes. But I don't think I've ever done anything like this look before. It was just totally just having a go, playing, see what it turned out like. And I kind of think it looks cool actually. I'm really pleased with how it turned out. Would you guys do anything like this? Has it inspired you to reach for that palette again? I really hope so, and what it's done for me actually is made me want to buy some more MAC pigments because I thought this looked absolutely beautiful. If I close up so you can see the middle of my eyes, I don't know if it's focusing enough so you can see, but it's just like foil on my eyes. It is so beautiful. So I definitely want some more colours in those now because they are stunning. So hope you've enjoyed watching anyway, guys, and I hope you might consider subscribing before you go, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.